Alexia from TechCrunch, and I am here with Up and Jawbone founder, Hosain Rahman, and he has just got off stage where he was talking about this thing, and this is an Up. It's not just a fancy bracelet, and what does it do?
It works with your other bracelets, though.
I know, it is.
Sort of fits in with the whole thing. And that was kind of the point, to create something that was super wearable, kind of functional jewelry that tracked all aspects of your activity around how much you're moving, how fast are you moving, how many calories you burn when you move, how far are you going, and then it also tracks all aspects of your sleep. When you went to bed, how long it took you to fall asleep, did you sleep lightly, deeply, and then it also wakes you up at the right time based on when you set an alarm clock and sort of what period of sleep you're in. So if you set your alarm at 7:15, it might wake you up a little bit earlier because that's when you're in sort of the lightest sleep phase, so you wake up the most refreshed. And then so it's a band that you wear all the time. It's waterproof, it's flexible and small, highly wearable. It goes with her bracelets, and it plugs into an app on the phone that allows you to get a really quick view of all of your health stats against the goals that you set for yourself. And then if I turn it this way, this is what we call the lifeline. It's a nice data view. Here's my sleep from last night. Unfortunately, didn't get that much, but you can see deep versus light, and times when I kind of tossed and turned a little bit. And that's against my steps for the day and how many calories burned, and how active I was. And you can see that here I took a picture of my food and I rated the sandwich that I had, and I feel okay after that. We check in with you after you eat just to see how you feel, and you get this really nice visualization of how all these different aspects of your life come together around eating, sleeping, and moving. So if I go back to this screen, right, the app is really designed to be a very social experience, and it's completely ingrained in the way that we do the whole thing. So here I have my team screen, and I can see how a lot of my friends are doing against their activity levels, how much they're moving against their personal goals. I get to see sort of all their specific stats and everything. I can go into their profiles and do other things, and then we've got a social feed here where you can see sort of, again, also more specifically what people are saying and how they're reacting, and comment on all the different things that people in your team and in your network are doing. And then the really interesting part of the app that I think is going to have the most amount of engagement with the user as it's loading up is this thing called challenges, where you can, as an individual, set up your own challenges. You can compete with other people. There's challenges that other companies have built in the system. This one, for example, is from the Alliance for a Healthier Generation, where they're challenging everyone to do 100,000 steps, and if you reach it, there's sort of a reward at the end.
What's the reward?
Let's look it up. Besides you being healthy, which is an important reward.
Its own reward.
Which is the most important reward, right? So there's things that you can do when you reach that allow you to cash these goals into daily feats. And you can go, I don't know if you're familiar with daily feats, it's a sort of points for activity system, and you can go redeem those points for different stuff.
So how does it know that you're sleeping correctly, or how does it know how much, what's the technology behind it?
So there's some pretty sophisticated accelerometer technology, and we use that in combination with some other things, and we partnered up with a company called MotionX, and they helped us figure out a way to detect the little micro motions of your wrist that happen when you vibrate, that relate to different periods of sleep, right? So when you're active, it's one sort of set of movements. When you're falling asleep, it's a certain type of vibration, and the different sleep periods, light versus deep, also have different sort of characteristics of vibration, and that's what we're able to measure.
So at dinner the other night, Reid Hoffman said something about how every technology, or every industry, needs a technology strategy. And we were talking specifically about education.
Yeah.
And I asked, is education the last industry to fall? And the CEO of the company, Edmodo, said, actually, I think health is the last industry.
Well, I mean, it depends what you mean by technology. I mean, look, there's a lot of technology that goes into health today. Incredible technology. I mean, we're at UCSF in this sort of amazing research center where there's incredible technology being developed for diagnostics and treatment and all that stuff. I think what we're doing is we're trying to create kind of consumer technology that allows you to, as a consumer, understand your body better and understand your physiology and what you're doing. In the same way that you understand your applications on your phone or how your iPhone works or all these kinds of things, right? We're helping you become a consumer of your own health. So it's a different kind of tool set that hopefully will help you motivate once you understand your data around how to sort of act better around it and live better.
So it's $99 for the bracelet. How much is the app free at least?
It is. The app is free.
Do you have to wear it all the time?
Well, it's designed that you can wear it all the time. I mean, I shower with it, I sleep with it, I do all that stuff. It's one of the big innovations was the core technology allows it to be very small.
Where are you supposed to plug it into?
Into the top of your phone.
Into the top of the phone.
That's how you sync it.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it lasts for 10 days, almost 2 weeks. So you kind of have it on all the time. You don't need to worry about charging it all the time.
Have you heard any success stories? Just from your beta testers?
Well, we've seen some pretty incredible, we launched it last Thursday and we're blown away by the amount of engagement that people have in the application and how much they're using it and interacting with the application, how many of their activities they're recording and how consistently they're doing it. So I think it's a little early, it's been a week, so we'll see how it goes.
I mean, did you try it out on people before you launched, or you're just like,
here's this weird... Of course we tested
here's this weird thing.
No, we tested it a lot. And we've noticed, like, even internally, I mean, I've noticed a lot of people sort of change their behavior. People, instead of sitting around on a conference call, they put an earpiece on, a job on headset, and start walking around the office all the time. Because then they're getting an extra 3,000 to 4,000 steps a day just by doing that. So we've seen these little changes in behavior. Just the fact that you're logging your food makes you more conscious of it. Just to stop doing stuff. Like I actually walked in and out the other day after I got off the plane coming back from China, and I was going to eat because I was so hungry, and I remember that I was going to take a picture of it, and I thought,
so you have to take a picture of your food? You have to? Oh, wow.
You don't have to. You don't have to, but you're reminded that
that's so bad.
You're reminded that you are, and so I sort of called myself and I said, my team back at the office, they're going to give me a hard time about it. So I didn't. I didn't eat that burger, and I felt great. So, you start to see these little behavioral changes around all kinds of just the sort of daily life, right? And it's not in the times that you work out, it's all the other times.
So they're sold out, right?
They're sold out.
How many did you guys make?
A lot.
How many?
A lot.
How many? How many did you sell?
Well, we don't talk as part of the company, we don't disclose that stuff, but we are sort of very excited by how well it's doing and how much people love it and how many we're selling, and we're trying to make more.
Okay, so when are you going to have more?
Soon.
Rahul, you hear that? Soon.
Soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.